Thank you so much, Kathy and Mahina. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so friends, we are wrapping up this series. It's a series that we launched at the beginning of this month entitled Getting the House in Order. And we've been working with the ninth quality of mind, the ninth faculty of mind, as Charles Fillmore identified. It's one of the 12 powers of the soul. And the ninth quality of mind is divine order. And this is our month. September is the month of divine order. In fact, if your life has been out of order, if it was out of order the first 9 months of the 8 months of the year, this is our month. Let's make it personal. This is my month to get my life, my mind, my heart, my mentality, and my finances in order. You got it. So we're focusing on, we've already talked about the importance or the significance of spiritual clutter. We talked about the effects of mental clutter. We talked last week, we discussed the consequences of emotional and physical clutter. Today, we're going to talk about the impact of clutter on our finances. The impact of clutter on our finances. This is important because we understand that these are four major divisions or dimensions of ourselves. In fact, in many instances when people have come for prayer, it's been one of these four reasons. Either they needed a greater spiritual connection, they had relationship issues, they had a health concern, or they were in financial despair. And these are the four major areas of life that most people are, at least one of these areas that most people are dealing with. So we're focusing on the fourth dimension, which is getting our financial house in order. So for the month, we have been working on organizing our space, organizing our life, and decluttering our. How many of you have really committed to organizing some aspect of your life over the past several weeks? Wonderful. How many of you have started the decluttering process? Really? Wow, that's really great. How many of you have more work to do? Be honest. Thank you for your honesty. So we are working the minimalist principle. And remember, is the minimalist principle is that calls us to omit the needless things in our lives, to start clearing out the excess, of freeing the space. As Catherine Ponder reminds us that nature, God, the universe abhors a vacuum. And if we're wanting anything good, any expression of good, and we know good is synonymous to God, if we're desiring any expression of good to enter and to flow through our lives, we must make room for it. We have to create the space. And when we begin this process of organizing and decluttering our lives, we are creating that space, as within, so without. And if there's any form of clutter in your surroundings, it suggests that there is clutter in your mind or in your heart. That might be a big bite to chew, but if you can chew on it, chew what you can chew on, eat what you can eat, and we'll just digest what you can digest, and we'll get to the rest eventually. It says, the common reason why people fail to manifest what they truly desire. Listen closely. The primary reason why people fail to manifest what they truly want and desire is because there is no room, no space left in their mind, because it is packed, cluttered with that J word. Not Jack. You got it. Junk. That other J word. Starts with a J, ends with a K. Because the mind is packed and cluttered with junk, it prohibits us from living and manifesting the true desires of our heart. And if we're wanting and desiring any expression of good, God to show up, we have to do our part. We have to create space for good to flow. Now listen, it says, and this I'm just reading some information I got from a research. It says the United States is the land of plenty. Unfortunately, many of us can't get enough. It says that we are routinely purchasing more than we need until we are buried in useless stuff. It's been stated that we are a nation of junk collectors. I didn't say it. I'm just reading what I read, what I found. And the cost of clutter is expensive, friends. Not only is it expensive spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, your clutter is costing you financially. And I'm going to prove it to you. The word clutter itself comes from the Old English word clot, C-L-O-T-T, which means to cause to become blocked or obscured. If there is clutter, there is blockage. We're blocking the flow, that natural flow, as Eric Butterworth says in the title of his book, In the Flow of Life, that when we are in the flow of life and we are open, that stream, that river, the chi, the vital energy of life will flow forth through us easily. And as A Course in Miracles tells us, if we remove the blockage, that chi, the miracles will happen instantaneously. It's a natural state of being, but we have to remove the blockages and the stuff that we put in the way of this natural flow. It says, like a blood clot, clutter blocks the blood clot that blocks the circulation in the vein. Clutter of any kind is an energy that prevents the chi, the vital energy, from circulating in your body, in your life, in your home, in your relationship, even in your finances. According to bankrate.com, write this website down. You might find it helpful. It says nearly 3/4 of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. They don't have emergency savings, and their financial house is out of order. And this is not a judgment, it's just facts. And if you're interested in getting things in order, then these are some tools that we can use to do that. Here are 6 signs that suggest it might be time to get just in case you think it's not me, maybe somebody that you work with, your neighbor, your friend, your relative. 6 signs to suggest that it might be time to get the financial house in order. Sign number 1. If you keep missing your bill due date and having to pay late fees over and over again, it might mean that it's time to get the house in order. If you are consistently missing dates on those credit cards or utilities or even the mortgage or the rent, it might be time to get the house in order. Number 2, second sign. If you are opening more line of credit, you're just continuing opening more line of credit. It says, and if you're depending on that line of credit to just simply get by, it might be time to reassess your financial well-being, your financial health, and get the house in order. Sign number 3. If you're making credit card payments to pay other credit cards off, if we're using credit cards to pay credit cards, it might be time to get the financial house in order. We are compiling the debt. Number 4, unity was called unity what? Unity of practical Christianity. We give tools that we can practice and use and apply to create this life that we desire. I don't want to know your business. I don't have to know. I'm just sharing some facts that will help us change it. Number 4, if we are not contributing to a savings each month, it suggests that we should be contributing at least 10% of our monthly income in savings every month. If that's not happening, it might be time to get the financial house. I see some pretty interesting expressions here. Number 5, if you have nothing in reserves, it's suggested that we should have 5 to 6 months of reserve in reserves. If something happens, we have at least 5 to 6 months on hand that we can continue to move on without sweating, without missing a beat. Number 6, if you're paying bills with your 401k, I'll leave it like it is. It might be time to get your financial house in order. According to an article in the Fast Feng Shui newsletter, it was written by a young lady named Stephanie Roberts in her article entitled, How Clutter Affects Your Finances. She says, according to the Bagua is the Feng Shui energy map. And it says the rear left corner of your home. In that corner, it says that corner is associated with wealth and fortunate blessings. That is the southeast corner of your home, of your office, of your business. if that area is cluttered, it could explain if you're having financial difficulties, if you just can't seem to get enough, you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, and there's always this roller coaster with your finances, it might mean that there's something in that southeast corner that needs clearing, some clutter. And if we give attention to it, it might clear up the energy and allow that vital chi to flow through our finances. It says the energy there will be stagnant and lacking in vitality if there's clutter. As a result, your financial situation may feel stuck or hopeless as well. If financial well-being is a priority for you, then make sure that that area is clean and tidy. Here are some other ways in which clutter may be affecting one's finances. It says clutter in the office, whether it's your home office, your office on your job, school, or here at the church. Clutter in the office will slow productivity. It slows productivity. It leads to wasted time spent looking for misplaced things, and it adds to your stress. It says in feng shui, clutter anywhere in your office, whether at home, on your job, or even here at the church, prevents new ideas, new inspiration, new business opportunities from manifesting. Now, how easy is it to clean the clutter and increase your financial flow? And that will save us a lot of time. So it says if you want to attract new clients, new customers, if we want to attract new members to Unity Church of Hawaii or make greater forward progress in business or in church, we are called to get rid of the clutter. I am deputizing each one of you. If you walk through the office and you see clutter on the desk, you have my permission to toss the clutter. You got it? Clutters, ask the staff, make sure though. Clutter will block your finances. And you have to make a decision, either the clutter or financial growth and prosperity. Which do you decide? As Emily Cady says, it's your decision. It says, then clean out the desk and file cabinets, even the hard drive. Now, how many of you will be honest, on your hard drive, there on the screen, as soon as you turn on the computer, I've seen some computers, you can't see anything. There's so many files on the hard drive. It is clutter. Clean the stuff, back it up, put it someplace else, but make room for something new. It says cluttered closets and other closed storage areas represent things that are hidden, things that are unknown, and things that are unrecognized. Feng Shui teaches that when we fill our closets or storage space with clutter, we block the clear understanding of what's going on in our lives and stifle the ability to change and resolve it. Cluttered closets indicate challenges that you may not be consciously aware of that are actually impeding your progress. If you, in your work, on your job, wherever you are, if things aren't going well, start looking through the closets. If the money is stifled, CEOs, business owners, raise your hand. If you're in business for yourself. CEOs, presidents, managers, supervisors. If you are in charge of a department, if you're in charge of an organization, if your finances have been stifled, if things aren't going well financially, start walking through that space weekly. And look, I promise you, there is a closet or storage area somewhere that is filled with junk. And if you begin to clean out that energy, you'll see instantly that the finances and the prosperity will begin to flow. Now, we are making decisions. I have told staff, every Saturday I will walk this campus. If I see clutter, it is garbage. We're cleaning the space so we can keep that vital energy flowing in this spiritual community. Why is this important? If you go back to the New Testament, we hear these words that know ye not that your body, not just the physical body, is the temple of the living God. And I was reminded of the story of Hezekiah, who it was actually at the age of 25 when he took over leadership, and he was called to clean the temple, get rid of all of the clutter so that the spirit of life can fill the temple. Friends, if you desire to see the supernatural working of spirit in your life, or even in any aspect of your world and affairs, it requires us to start doing the work. We got to make room for it. Einstein said it this way: it's insane to think that we can do the same thing over and over and over again and expect to get a different result. If we want something different in life, We have to show up differently and do it differently. All right, number 4. I'll give you this. Number 3. A cluttered kitchen. Please catch this if you don't get anything else. A cluttered kitchen represents poor income. If your kitchen is cluttered, it can explain why your finances are looking funny. It says that in feng shui, the kitchen is associated with your ability to earn a good income, and the stove is called your wealth generator. Make sure that the areas around your stove is free of clutter, free of junk, so that the energy, the whole atmosphere around your stove it's clear and that energy can flow. That is your wealth what? Your wealth generator. Now, I can look right into some of your homes right now. You know I have the ability of seeing. And I can see stuff everywhere. I can see all kinds of stuff sitting around your stove. Go home and clean it out and let the energy flow, that chi flow through your finances. It says, clean kitchen clutter blocks, obstructs your channels of abundance. And if your stove, the wealth generator, is out of order, replace it. Trade it in. Get one on layaway if you have to. Whatever you got to do, replace it and make sure that it's operable. I was given these commandments. These are the 9 commandments. Just as Moses received his 10, I received 9. 9 is the number of completion. Say that 9 is the number. Alethea, I'm going to go through these commandments. Can you undergird it with something? Moses went to the mountaintop to get 10. I just showed up at the office and I got 9. Whether you work 9 or 10, if you commit yourself to any of them, I promise you, as Dr. Johnny Coleman says, as she said it, it works if you work it. And it will keep on working for you as long as you keep on working. If you want to see any manner of change in your life, commit yourself to doing the work. Give God something to work with. And what we give God is clean space, a clean mind, and a clean heart. And if you need to ask for help, do as David says, Lord, create in me a clean heart and renew a right spirit in me, that I might be a perfect channel through which your power, your energy, your miracles, your magic, your mojo can flow and work on this earth. These are the 9 commandments. I pray that you catch it. Commandment number 1, 1 in, 1 out. Whenever something enters your space, give another item the boot. Send something else out of your space. Commandment number 2, thou shalt not transfer clutter. You don't move it out of one closet to another. Don't move it off one desk to the stove top. Get the mail, the junk mail out of your space. Commit ye this day whom you will serve, clutter or prosperity. Commandment number 3, double our trouble. We don't need 2 of everything. Toss unneeded duplicates. Clear your space. Commandment number 4, keep it where you use it. Stash the toner by the printer. Put the paper at the desk. Put the glasses, the plates in the cupboard. Put the food in the refrigerator. Keep it where you use it. Commandment number 5, make labels, not war. Mark shelves, bins, and boxes so everyone in your space can help put things away and in order. Commandment number 6, have a place for nothing, friends. Aim to create one empty cabinet, one empty shelf, one empty drawer in each and every room in your space. It's backup. It's a backup spot when the balance tips. You don't have to fill it. Just keep it open. Say, God, you fill it. Fill it, universe. Fill it with some money, some good. But keep your clutter, keep the junk out of it. Commandment number 7, A to Z, not ADD. Fix one spot, start to. Finish rather than jumping around from mess to mess. If you start one, finish it. Don't go from here to there, there, and everywhere. Complete something. Commandment number 8, just do it. Consolidate all your to-do items into a single checklist, whether on your phone, iPad, iPod, or elsewhere. Commandment number 9. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. Letting go of the clutter is a circle, not a straight line. You got to roll with it, for this is the bottom line. God bless you.